So, for today, we're looking at plays for today. I thought long and hard about which outstanding Caribbean author I have not yet touched on, and it made me think of Derek Walcott, the great Derek Walcott from St. Lucia. And so I came across this collection on my bookshelf. It is Plays for Today. It was edited by Errol Hill, and it has a collection of three plays from the Caribbean. One is Derek Walcott's Dijon and His Brothers, Dennis Scott's An Echo in the Bone, and Errol Hill's Man Better Man. So I thought for today I would look at Derek Walcott because I was thinking of back in 1992, I believe it was, when I was an undergrad at UA in Jamaica, and I remember the professors calling out from one to the other, Derek Walcott got it, Derek Walcott got it. And it was the year that Derek Walcott had won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Yes, in 1992. I remember how excited my professors were. I remember that they were a mixture of nationalities. We had some Bajans, Jamaicans, etc. It did not matter that Derek Walcott was from St. Lucia, not Jamaica, or St. Lucia, not Barbados, or St. Lucia, not another Caribbean island. The truth is, Derek Walcott's win was our win. We were and remain so very proud of his accomplishment. We do have some others from the Caribbean who have won the Nobel Prize in Literature, but for me, Derek Walcott stands out because I was such a young, impressionable teen, and I remember how excited my professors became. So for this particular work, I am looking at Tijon and His Brothers. Really is a wonderful collection of plays to have on your bookshelf. It gives you the wonderful opportunity to have three works in one collection. And so I wanted to very quickly read a section of it that speaks to poverty, relationship, perhaps even disagreement among siblings. But I think it's a wonderful introduction to what happens in this play. As a matter of fact, let me start with a quick synopsis because Tijon and His Brothers is actually a folk tale. It is a fable as well, and it's a wonderful amalgamation of a number of elements because Derek Walcott is half white, half black. He is someone who believes in a fusion as being truly representative of the Caribbean because he is himself an example of that. And so in this play, he fuses fairy tale, folk tale, fable. He speaks to various mythologies, including Christianity, as a creation story. He brings in various elements of different artistic expressions, and it is a wonderful collection because it lends itself to all of that. He mixes French Creole with English Creole, and he just blends so many different elements and in the end creates this wonderful work that truly exemplifies who and what we are in the Caribbean. So it tells a story of the three brothers, Grosjean, Mijon, and Tijon, three brothers who live with their mother and who are visited by a bolam. A bolam is an unborn child, an aborted child, supposedly. And the bolam comes with a message from the devil, which then challenges the brothers to allow the devil to feel human emotions. And if they do, he will give them wealth. He will give them whatever they desire. Or if they were to not allow him to feel human emotions and he instead gets them riled up or angry, then he would eat them. Whew, such a trade off. Of course, it's a typical fairy tale in that there are three attempts to outsmart the devil. There are three brothers going out on a journey. In the end, it is the youngest brother, Tijon, who prevails. And so it tells the story of each of their journeys. It tells the story of what happens after Dijon outwits the devil. And it tells the mother's story as well as the Bolams. So in the end, Tijon is left brotherless because his first two brothers failed. But he wishes, instead of riches, he wishes for the Bolam to be born. And so in the Bolam being born, he gets a new brother, but at the price of losing his mother as well. Very interesting story. It actually has so many levels, so many interpretations to be put forward, but that is in essence what it is about. I like the section towards the front. In the actual work, I'm starting on page 28, where the brothers are talking, and Grosjean says, "One time again it have nothing to eat, but one dry bread to break. I went out to chop some wood to make a nice fire, and the wood was too damp. So I didn't use the axe, as I didn't want it to get wet. If it get wet, it get rusty." Mijan says, "Sense. I went out to do fishing for crayfish by the old stones in the cold spring in the ferns. But when I get there so, I find I lack bait. Now for man to catch fish, that man must have bait. But the best bait is fish. Yet I cannot catch no fish without I first have bait, as the best bait for fish is to catch fish with fish. So I..." And Grosjean says, "Mijan is a fool, reading too much damn book." Mother says, "My sons, do not quarrel. Here all of us are starving while the planter is eating from plates painted golden forks with silver tongues, the brown flesh of birds and the white flesh of fish. What did you do today, my last son Tijan?" And Tijan says, "Mama, I didn't do a thing." And Grosjean jumps on him. "We do all the damn work." Mijan agrees. He says, "We do all the damn thinking." Grosjean, "And he sits there like a prince." Mijan, "As useless as a bone." Grosjean and Mijan together say, "Mama," I can't read this, it's in French. My apologies. But they jeer Tijan as they comment. Mother says, "Wait, and God will send us something." Grosjean says, "God forget where he put us." Mijan, "God too irresponsible." And the mother says, "Children." Now, this is where I want to stop because, of course, the children are complaining to the point where the mom has to rebuke them, has to put them on the right track. But what is important here is their complaint that we are so poor, God has forgotten where he has put us. It makes no sense for us to keep holding on because what we have to hold on to is poverty. But the mother interjects and she attempts to get them to understand that no matter what their position is, they have to be thankful. Their complaints that God forget where he put us and God is too irresponsible is met by her sharp rebuke, "Children," and she immediately tries to put them back on track. I just want to emphasize again, it seems as if so many of the readings that I have been doing over this Black History Month has to do with the mother, has to do with the woman and the strength of the woman who keeps us focused no matter what else is happening around us, the mother who says we must remember to be respectful no matter what, the mother who cautions unity among her children, the mother who fosters relationships. And as each of these boys head out on their individual journeys, this mother attempts to guide them. She prays over them, she counsels them, she cautions them. She tells them to pay attention to the small things. It is with this mother that folk tradition and folk beliefs reside. It is a mother who first senses when the devil has come. And so this mother is very wise, is very intuitive, and really is focused on ensuring that her children are okay. Isn't this typical of so many of the mothers in the Caribbean who focus almost wholeheartedly on survival, who focus almost wholeheartedly on ensuring that future generations of Blacks in the Caribbean are correctly catered to, properly trained, and are prepared for the various experiences they are likely to have in life. Thank you for joining me one more time. This has been Plays for Today, edited by Errol Hill, and we have focused particularly on Derek Walcott's Tijan and his brothers. I am Dr. Steph. Thank you so much for joining me on English Expressions with Dr. Steph. I will see you next time, but be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.